Tartarus is a main map in the Pioneer, and it's a pretty messed up, chaotical, unforgiving place where even Mother Nature is trying to regain its control back. And today we are gonna talk about the island and the catastrophic event that occurred on it. By the way, this is the second part of the series, so if you have not watched this video, I would recommend you to do so. Before we start to talk about the catastrophic event that occurred on the Tartarus, I think that you should know a few known facts about the island first. This is a main map that was released on their Twitter, and for the sake of a higher quality and better visual presentation, I made my own one, of course. Red lines are roads and blue lines are rivers. When the river is cut, that means that there is a land bridge or a regular bridge, and white is of course border of the island and its regions. As you can see, Tartarus has 12 regions and the surface size is 50 square kilometers. Those 50 square kilometers are counted as open world, which means that any dungeons and any other instanced places, such as bunkers, laboratories, underground factories, etc., are not included in this measurement. It is also really important to note that developers do not chase the size of the island. They are focused on filling the island with as much as activities as possible, and they are focusing on the density and richness of details on the island, not the raw size. Also, there are two islands that are nearby, and they are roughly the same size as Tartarus. We do not know their names yet, but I'm assuming that those islands will be used for the future DLCs. Tartarus also used to have a nuclear power plant called Station 3, and it was their main source of the energy. Side note, since the nuclear power plant used to be called Station 3, can we also assume that Station 1 and Station 2 are on the other islands? I do not know, it's kinda hard to assume that early, so let's focus on Station 3. I do not know exact location of Station 3, but I do know that nuclear power plants require huge amounts of the fresh water to cool power plant off. And with that logic, nuclear power plant should be somewhere here or here, right? Well, based on the map that they provided, there is only one road marked on the east of the map, and it's a perfect circle. So we can assume that the nuclear power plant is located right here. As you can see, there is no water nearby. I think there used to be a water there, but some time ago there was a large-scale technological disaster that occurred on the island. And you have one fucking guess where the epicenter is. Yep, Station Motherfucking 3. Power plant became something else. It changed. It became alive. And it does not like us. It became source of energy so powerful that it's caging, changing, and killing everyone on the island. We cannot escape from it. We are all caged like fucking monkeys, clueless, playing by the rules of something so powerful that even Mother Nature cannot stand against. It dictates where you can and cannot be. It is mutating, empowering, and changing our worlds against us in real time, and we do not know why it happened or how to stop it. Since the catastrophe, survivors renamed this place from Station 3 to Mogilnik, aka burial grounds. And the reason why is that allegedly the nuclear power plant was built at the cemetery of indigenous people. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the government and its secret experiments. Ironically, Mogilnik is not just the burial grounds of the people that got buried there before the power plant was built. It also became a burial ground for everyone that was in the vicinity when it happened, and it is also becoming a burial ground for anyone that is trying to approach it. The area around Mogilnik is called Shadowlands. Desolate lands that have been fully digested by anomaly. Dark, rotten, consumed lands filled with the mutated creatures that are keeping us away from the source. No sun, no colors, no water. And that's the reason why I think that Mogilnik is on that spot, not somewhere near the seacoast or river. And if you're planning to go there, and yes you will have to be heavily equipped. To gear up, well, that's a story on its own, because you know what mice are doing when cats are not around, right? In some ideological sense, you might be thinking we're gonna all stand together, fighting the corruption that keeps spreading on our turf. Not even close. At the moment, there is a bunch of different factions with their own different goals. Some of them are stealing and murdering anyone that stands against them, and some of them are still under the influence of the failed government, trying to hide the dirt under the rug. And every single faction, and there is plenty of them, we're gonna talk about them in the future videos, every single faction has their own unique relationships in between each other. And if you were thinking that we are trying to survive the nuclear winter, you wish. Because on Tartarus, nukes keep dropping over and over and over. This anomaly also has its own cycles. We are calling that event Blue Tides. Every now and then, anomaly sneezes and it pretty much wipes our progression. We make 2 steps forward, anomaly puts us 2 steps back. It is still unclear to me how often those blue tides are happening and how severe the damages are, but I would strongly recommend you to stay inside when it happens.
Oh, the Holy Awakening. Is my valuable customer finally awake? We found you in the middle of a new tide, and your caravan was destroyed. You were surrounded by a bunch of little blue lights.
This is how your journey begins. Blue tide just happened and somehow you survived. This guy said that they found you and your caravan, which means that you were already on the island and you had a job. You had your reputation. You had your equipment. But since you cannot remember anything, I guess you're just gonna start from level 1. Don't worry though, this guy will probably give you some rusty pipe or something. Lol, noob. Listen, let's just forget everything that happened, okay? Because that's what literally happened. So let me give you a few pointers in between here and Mogilnik, okay? Everywhere you go, you will find things to do. There is a lot of people that need your help, and there is a lot of people that will try to kill you and take your shit. Our island is still not fully turned against us, and there is a bunch of regions where the sun still shines. You will get started somewhere on the west side, where you can explore deserts, forests, plains, rocky areas, swamps, but watch out. The more you move towards the east, the more unforgiving and challenging the place will become. And also there is gonna be a lot of things that will require extra hand. The island will constantly put you to the test, where you will be making new friends and making new enemies. You will be under constant pressure of doing moral and immoral things, and every single thing that you do will have consequences. And by the way, there is a fully dynamic day and night cycle, so when the night comes, be extra careful, because things get rough real quick here. Although even if you die, there is a rumor and it goes something like the death and the rebirth of your character are justified in the game and accompanied by unique game mechanics. I would not take this rumor as granted, so try not to die, but even if you die, I'm assuming that there is a way for you to come back. In the next videos, we will be talking about the factions, about the gear, about the progression missions. We're gonna talk about the anomalies, about all of the dangers that are in front of us. We're gonna talk about everything. I hope that you guys enjoyed in this lore style of a video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for even more content. Here's another video if you want to check it out. I'm live streaming usually on twitch.tv/Eroktic. Check me out there also. There is also a join button down there to support me even further, because these types of the videos and investigations, they do require some time. I hope that you guys enjoyed in this one. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Eroktic out.